Hey you guys, so I asked you on Twitter if you'd rather see products I can't live without or products I would never buy again, and you guys said both. So I'm going to do the products that I wouldn't buy again first. But first we just need to take a moment because I just received this, finally. Yeah, I've been waiting just as long as you guys have for the finished product. We had the eyeshadow colors, but not actually in the packaging, and I just got this in the mail today, and it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. So for those of you who don't know, Battle Lash and Saucebox collaborated on this palette, and we are so excited for you guys to try it out and have it in your hands. We've been working on this for well over a year, and we finally picked out all the shades that we wanted. We had kind of gone through like a couple different variants of what we wanted, but it's here and it's ready and it's beautiful. Okay, let's jump into it. So some of these products are products that I purchased myself, and others have been sent to me. I'll disclose that before every single product, and I'll also tell you guys how I used them and why I don't like them. So the first product that I want to say I'll never repurchase again, but I keep repurchasing because the packaging is so cute, is this Eos Lip-Balm. These suck for so many different reasons. They don't moisturize your lips for shit, but I keep buying them because they're so adorable. The next product I only have a sample of. I don't know why I never picked this up because everybody raves about this, and when I tell you guys that I don't like it, you're all gonna be like shattered right now. But that's Nars Orgasm Blush. One of these sells every like 2 minutes or something ridiculous like that. This is one of the most popular blushes on the market, and it has been for years. I think it's shit. The color in theory is nice. However, I just really don't like the formula. I find that a lot of Nars's shadows and blushes have like these massive glitters in it. It's not like a sparkle, it's not like shimmer, it's like this chunk of glitter, and this is no exception. I can see it just by looking at it, these like massive chunks of glitter, and I just find that the texture is so dry that it doesn't apply smoothly. Like it kind of looks patchy when I apply it. The color's nice, but the formula overall I just don't like. I've tried kind of applying it with a brush like I would normally. I've tried kind of blending it out with my fingers. Like I've just tried everything. I've tried it over powdered skin, not powdered skin, and it just doesn't seem to work for me. So yeah, I would not repurchase that. The next thing is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and I just got given this at Generation Beauty. I have heard nothing but good things about this. And I don't know, I just really, it did not work out for me. It looked super oily on my skin, and when I went to go kind of powder it, it looked really cakey, really fast, and I didn't apply a lot of it. I applied a pretty thin amount with a brush, blended it out with a bigger brush, and then kind of tapped it with my finger. The other thing is that it is very, very pink. I only got given the one color, which is neutral medium, and I know that, you know, pink tones are good for canceling out under eye circles and all that, but this was like really, really pink on my skin, and it just didn't really cancel out the color as much as it just looked really pink. So yeah, I didn't love that, but if you guys have tried this and you really like it, tell me how you're using it, if I'm using it wrong or something, or if you use it a specific way that makes it work for you, because I want to love it. The next thing is the Too Faced Melted Liquid Lipsticks. When I first bought these, I loved them, and every time that I first buy them, I love them. This I bought myself, but I have been sent a couple. Yeah, they are super pretty colors, they're really bright, they feel nice on your lips. However, these separate like a motherfucker. I had this happen first with my purple color, which is, I got this a long time ago, so I was kind of like, fair enough. It separated, I haven't like used it in a while, and it's just been chilling in my drawer, so like whatever. But then I went to go use one that I bought literally like 2 weeks ago, and it just was separated and oily and gross. Like it wasn't like any color was coming out, it was just straight oil coming out. I was like, oh man. And this packaging, like you can't see obviously when it's separating, so how am I to know, you know? So I probably would not repurchase these considering my bad experiences with them lately, but I did love them when I first got them. The next thing that I would not repurchase aside from the obvious is the Lime Crime Liquid Eyeliners. These come in the cutest colors ever, but they crack so badly, and I hate that. So even if I'm applying like a super thin amount, they still seem to crack and they sometimes flake off. Like it's just not a good scene. I wanted to love these, but yeah, I would not repurchase these. And this I did purchase with my own money. The next thing is Stone from MAC, and this is a lip pencil that's really popular on Instagram. I purchased this with my own money. I waited forever for it to become back in stock. This isn't anything to do with the formula, because the formula is the same as any other lip pencil. I just look like shit in it, so I would not purchase it again. So this next product I was sent, and it pains me because I love everything else pretty much from this line, but this is the Kat Von D liquid liner in Trooper. I do not understand. Like, this literally gets rave reviews across the board, and I just don't get it. Everyone's like, it lasts forever, it's the blackest thing in the universe, it is so easy to apply. Holy crap. Okay, so first of all, I don't find this, oh no, it's pretty black. Yeah, okay, I'll take that back. However, I don't think it's the blackest eyeliner I've ever owned, but that's okay. I don't really care too much about that. I don't find this particularly easy to apply. It has a felt tip, and it's really stiff for some reason, so whenever I try to apply it, it just like skips, and it's really hard to get like an even line. I watch Nikki tutorials use this every day, and she's just like whoop, and it's like this perfect line. So I don't know if it's something that I'm doing or what. The other thing for me with this product is that it does not last at all on my eyes, and as you guys know, I've mentioned a million times before, I have super watery eyes, and this thing just like is like peace out, see you later, yeah, like 30 seconds after I apply it. Yeah, this is not working for me, unfortunately. The next two products are basically the same thing. I got the MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost, which is the more yellow toned one, because I see people use this all the time for either concealing or highlighting and just like bringing a little bit of kind of light back into dark areas of the face, like maybe around the mouth, under the eyes, around the nose, whatever. And I saw people using this all the time, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna hit that. So I got this, and I was super underwhelmed. I don't like the applicator. It's one of the things where it's like, you know, those old school lip glosses that we had when we were 12. Like, you have to like pump it up through this really unhygienic brush and kind of apply it to your face. I don't like the applicator. I don't like the way that it applies. I just find that like it doesn't really offer any coverage or color correcting really whatsoever. It just felt like I was applying like an unnecessary amount of product that really at the end of the day did nothing. So I was like, okay, that sucked, whatever. I'll try the more expensive version. So I got the YSL Touche Éclat Radiant Touch, which is essentially the exact same thing. Like, it's same shit, different frickin' packaging. So I was like, oh, maybe the more expensive version will work better for me. Clueless consumer. Same thing. I've tried this as a concealer. I've tried it as kind of just like a highlighter to add a little bit of like brightness, and it doesn't really do either for me. Yeah, wanted to love them, would not repurchase, bought these both with my own money. The next thing is something that I bought because everybody was like, holy shit, this is the best thing that's ever happened to anybody ever. So I was like, that sounds pretty good, I'm gonna buy it. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and everybody's like, oh my god, these are the best highlighters ever. It looks so natural, they look so great. And I was like, kick ass, let's do this. No. First of all, these aren't actually marketed by Hourglass as highlighters, they're marketed as finishing powders, which I don't mind them as. As a highlighter, I really felt these did nothing for me. I prefer a more intense highlight, you guys know, but yeah, I just felt like it's one of those products where I was like, okay, this is so subtle that it's definitely not worth $70 or however much this was. I do like this as a finishing powder all over the face, but again, I have one of those that I use, and that's the Luminous Light, so I would rather just buy the one that I'm gonna use as a powder all over than have 3 in different shades that I just don't really need. I bought this because I was like, oh, it'll be nice to have like these different highlight colors, and you know, there'll be one that's more subtle and one that's more intense. No, they don't work as highlighters at all in my opinion, but I do use them all over, and I would just buy one instead of buying 3 for more money. The next thing is the Urban Decay Vice 3. I always buy these because I'm like, holy crap, look how massive and how many beautiful colors there are, and the texture is nice. But what I don't like about this palette is that like these colors to me are so disjointed, and when I look at a palette, I want to look at it and immediately be like, these are the colors that I'd pair together just looking at that. But when I look at this, I'm like, okay, basically I bought it for this row because I was like, these 3 colors are super pretty. But I look at that and I'm like, okay, so I'll grab that and then maybe like pair it with this green? No, I wouldn't. So I don't know. This is just, it's a confusing palette to me. When I bought it, I was kind of like, well, I'll probably use some of the shades. I just don't. Like, I don't dig this out of my palette drawer to just be like, oh yeah, that one shade from the Vice 3 palette. No. When I buy a palette, I typically want it to be something that like, I'm gonna use all of the colors in the palette or at least some of them together, and I'm not really gonna have to, cat's freaking out. And I did buy this with my own money. The next product is also from Urban Decay, also bought with my own money, and this is the 24/7 Glide On Liner. Again, I've heard like crazy good things about this. This is the color Chaos, which I literally picked up every single time I went to Sephora for like 3 months, and then eventually I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy it. First of all, like, it's not particularly pigmented to me. It's okay, but I just feel like, I don't know why, I just like expect more from Urban Decay sometimes. And the other thing is that like, everyone says this lasts forever. They're like, I can't take it off even with frickin' turpentine. You're a liar. Well, maybe you're not, but these do not work on me at all. They do not last at all, whether I'm putting them on the top, the bottom, my frickin' lips, my frickin' ankles. Like, it does not last anywhere on my body. I've tried letting it set, I've tried setting it with a powder, I've tried not setting it at all, and it just doesn't last anywhere that I put it. Which is unfortunate because there is a ton of really pretty colors from this, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy every single eye pencil. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. There was a couple eye pencils that I bought anyways just because the color was so pretty. I'm looking at you, LSD. But I rarely reach for them because they just really don't last on me. So there you go. So that's everything for today that I could think of at least. Oh wait, it's not. I wrote down some products that I don't have with me currently, but I'm going to tell you about them. Oh yeah. Okay, so I have 3 more products. The first being Morphe Brushes Eyeshadows. I don't know what it is. Everybody raves about these, everybody loves them, they think they're the bomb, they're super cheap, they have tons of colors, whatever. Holy crap, I don't have any of these anymore because I put it on my eyeball and immediately needed to take it off because my eyes were like red and burning and stinging for like 3 days afterwards. I couldn't wear makeup because I was just having such a bad reaction to them. I don't know if it was just the color that I was using. I remember it being like a particularly bright color, but I did try using some of the more neutral colors afterwards and I still had an issue with them. They really, really irritated my eyes. I'm not sure why, but I've never used them again since then, so yeah. The other thing is the Nars All Day Luminous Foundation. I heard really mixed reviews about this online. Some people absolutely loved it, some people absolutely hated it. I rarely get a product where I'm like, wow, this blows and I'm never gonna use it again. Even if it's something where like I don't, this motherfucking cat. Even if I get a product that I don't really like the rest of these, I'll still use them once in a while because I'll be like, oh yeah, there's that one thing, I could use that for this kind of thing, you know what I mean? Holy crap, I've never returned something so fast in my life. I don't know what it was with this foundation, but I tried to apply it to my skin and it literally like, it's as if it didn't cling to any of my skin except pores that like I didn't even really know I had. It literally just like immediately settled into all of my pores, all of my fine lines, and didn't seem to offer coverage anywhere else. It was the most bizarre thing in the world. So I applied that using downward strokes with a foundation brush as I would any other foundation. I tried to kind of blend it out with my fingers, I tried to blend it out with a beauty blender, and nothing really seemed to help it. I literally bought it and returned it pretty much the same day. The last thing on my little list here that I no longer have, I think I returned it as well, or I only tried a sample, I can't remember. But that's the Black Glam Glow Mud Mask. Holy shit, like first of all, I don't have particularly sensitive skin, like it's sensitive to some things, but it's not like I'm gonna put a foundation on and immediately be like, oh god. No. But again, I had heard like amazing things about this mask, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. Gonna get my Kim Kardashian glow on, you know what I'm saying? No, I put this on and immediately had to wash it off. It was like burning like no tomorrow, and I took it off, like I was like, could not wash this off fast enough. I washed it off, tried to get it all off, and my skin was like raised and red. Like, it was not trill. I've had products that like burn when they're working, but this was not that kind of deal at all. It was just like burning because your flesh is currently falling off of your face. I've tried some of the other Glam Glow products and I've been underwhelmed. I definitely don't really think that any of them are worth the hype, but I have the blue mask and I like that one, but it's not like anything where I'm like, holy shit, I need to use this all the time, and I'd repurchase it. So really, I think I can safely say that I wouldn't repurchase any Glam Glow products. I'm sorry. So that is everything, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something cool about things that I don't like. What are some products that you guys would not repurchase, and let me know why. And again, if you guys do have any tips or tricks about any of the products that I mentioned to how to apply it, that I might like it better or anything like that, let me know, because again, I'd love to love these products. Okay guys, peace out.